Hello there and welcome back to DaveTech. In today's quick tutorial, I will show you how to adjust display settings on Firestick.
Before we continue, a quick reminder. If you're using a smart TV, Firestick or Android TV device, I highly recommend using a VPN. A VPN helps protect your privacy, secure your connection, and keep your personal data safe while browsing or streaming. I personally recommend NordVPN. It's fast, reliable, and works smoothly with TV devices. I've put a special link in the description. If you want to check it out, do so right now. Let's get back into the video.
Okay, if you have your Firestick loaded, it's time to go. Follow me step by step and you have the same display setting just like I have, and you use to adjust any display setting on Firestick. Now, let's head over to settings. So on the gear icon to the right, click on it and then you click down until you find display and sound. So now that you're on display and sound, the first option that comes is Alexa Home Theater. So Fire Sticks are very popular with the Alexa application or the Alexa service. This here allows you to manage home theater system settings for your Fire TV and Echo devices. Next up is the screensaver. Very important setting. It could actually level up the aesthetic of your living room if you know how to use it right. Because this is a personalized screensaver, you would change albums, you could change display order, slide style, slide speed. Let's just head into it so I show you. So you see the current selection is the Amazon collection. You could change that, but that's what's available. So Amazon collection is the current screensaver. You have different landscapes, photos, abstracts, beautiful that come up as a screensaver. They're all from the Amazon collection. Next is a slide style. You could pan and zoom, or you could choose dissolve. I'm choosing to stick with dissolve. And then we have the slide speed. I'm leaving this at medium. Start time is every 5 minutes, and you're allowing the date and clock to show. Also, the display info is off. You could turn that on. Shuffling the order of the papers or wallpapers or images that come up is optional. I'm choosing to leave it off. So they are coming in a predictable pattern. You click on shuffle if you want, and they'll just come very randomly. So clicking out of there, come into display. Talking about the technicalities of the display, the video resolution is changeable. You could turn that as low as 1080p 60 Hz per second, even further down to 720p 50 Hz per second, depending on your display. I'm choosing for auto up to 4K Ultra HD. I have a screen that is compatible with that. Choose this based on the display you have, and then you're going to go to match original frame rate. You turn this on. If you keep match original frame rate on, supported apps are going to use native content frame rate during video playback, and the video resolution must be set to auto. I'm choosing to leave this off so that I do not have that to worry about. So color depth is 8 bits. You could take it up to 12 bits or even 10 bits. The color format is automatic, but if you're specific, you could use RGB, nothing wrong with that, or YCBCR. Now, calibration of display, I have no scale. If you want to adjust display for best full screen experience on Amazon TV stick, you could do that. Press up and down to adjust the display so that the arrows are completely visible. That's going to set the display in the center stage of whatever screen you're using. I don't think that is applicable in my case because I already have it on full screen. Now, dynamic range settings. I'm always leaving high dynamic range. This mode is always on in my case. So all supported HDR televisions, all supported HDR content. It's going to appear really nice. You could keep this at adaptive also, or if you have a limitation on your display that prevents you from enjoying dynamic range, you could just disable dynamic range. So I've gone through everything that is all about the display settings. I hope that was useful and insightful. If you found it useful, drop me a like below, subscribe to the channel, ask any question you have in the comments below, and I'll make sure I get to it. I hope you have subscribed if you haven't, do so, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.